going to the square dedication for the Robert F. Pye Square dedication, which is right on the corner of Summer and Bow Street in front of the former First United Methodist Church. We'll get there in about a half an hour.
We are here this morning to gather to honor the life of Robert Pye, who dedicated his life to this community and to this church, and spent many years here in this church as a youth and as an adult, and also on this corner because he lived right next to the church for a number of years. My name is Tom Taylor. I'm the alderman from the district. Not only that, I am also a friend of the Pye family, and I had known Robert Pye since I was probably about 4 years old. So I want to say that it is fitting today, and we're going to make this very brief because it's very cold out today. It's very fitting today that we should honor Robert Pye by placing this square sign here in front of this church where he spent most of his life and also dedicated most of his life to this community. What I'd like to do is just, first of all, recognize the Pye family and say thank you for allowing Bob to give his many hours of service to this community and to this church. And secondly, if anybody would like to say anything about Bob and talk a little bit about his life, I don't know much about his efforts at Demolay. Somebody else, I'm sure, can talk about that. So would anybody like to come forward and say a few words? Oh, good. Okay. This is Ellie. Ellie is the youngest child of Robert Pye and was one of the inspirations for this dedication.
I just really want to thank everybody for coming. It really means a lot, and I just want to think this means a lot to me in particular because I get to learn all about him from a different angle. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, we want to thank you for coming this morning and invite you down to the SCAT building, which is probably about an eighth of a mile down here in Union Square for some hot coffee and some sandwiches, which we all can use some hot coffee. Oh, one thing I forgot, let's unveil this. We're not going to leave this here. We're not going to leave it covered.
Susie did a great job. I did.
Thank you for coming.
I just want to, on behalf of Pye's here, I want to thank Ellie. Thank you, Ellie, for all that you did, for putting this all together, and really thank you.
I'd also like to thank everyone for coming. I know that Ellie has probably, we always have memories of her day out of anywhere. But it means a lot to her to have you all here. And he really enjoyed all the work he did in Demolay and the youth work that he did in the church and all the other activities. He adored his daughters. He would have loved his grandsons. But we are just so appreciative of all your coming, and thank you. Thank you.
Feeling hungry like I could die. Saw a bakery and passed it by. Why would I do that? I'll tell you why. There just ain't nothing better than your apple pie. Don't want your brownies, they're much too sweet. And and your cheesecakes like stinky feet. But you do one thing I cannot lie. You bake the very, very sweetest apple pie. Now when I'm craving something sweet, your apple pie no one can beat. Other boys bring me cherry tart, but you baked your way into my heart. Red delicious, and if you please, Granny Smith makes me feel at ease. I'm sticking with you as the years go by, as long as you keep baking me that apple pie.
Grandfather grew up on Sanborn Ave, which is just down the street and around the corner from here. He went to school up here where the field is, or where the park is, at Southern Junior High School. And this is where he went to church.
Awesome. So we're like smack dab
He
in
was
the middle of his
baptized
life.
at this church, right?
Yeah.
He was baptized
Gosh.
here. He went to youth group here. He got married here. Spent his entire life in Somerville. Just about.
No, he spent 3 years
In Milton, that's right. And when we moved back, we lived here on Wesley Park,
right behind the church.
right behind the church. So sometimes it's tough to say goodbye to a friend. Bob Pye, a lifelong Somerville native, passed away recently. Many will miss Bob. He was the type of person that a city like Somerville quietly turns out. He was born there, brought up his family there, and worked very hard to help the youth of the city through the Order of Demolay. We can all talk about heroes of today, or the lack of them, yet it is not the names which end up splashed all over the newspapers who are really the great people. It's not the big Hollywood actor or the astronaut, or the politician whose name we read every day and who makes this country great. It is the little guy, like Bob Pye, who never stops working hard to help others. We really think that this had been totally impossible for him to have ever passed away by anyone who needed. That's right, ever passed by anyone who needed help. Many people who are going to miss Bob Pye. Perhaps we should just say thanks to a man who did more in 44 short years to help others than most do in 3 lifetimes.
Very true here.